Hey, Steve Ludd, we're here at Insight 2019. I'm here with Kamal Vyas. Kamal, tell me, why are you here? What is your role here at NetApp?
Oh, sure. I'm part of NetApp IT team, and I'm the enterprise cloud architect. So my role in NetApp IT is to start our transition from a legacy traditional IT company to a cloud model. So been in this journey for 5 years, started with infrastructure as service, platform as service, now we are doing DevOps. And I've been involved in all of those work, like how do we make that transition as an IT organization ourselves, yeah. So that's what my role is, yeah.
What is our DevOps strategy?
Oh, our DevOps strategy, yeah, I think that's what I've been living for the last 2 years. It is all about making the life of a developer really simple. We really want to get all the distractions out of their way. So we have built a shared self-service platform, and we want to provide DevOps as a service to all our developers. And the idea over here is we just want them to focus on the application code, and everything else, like tools, process, automation, we want to provide to them as a service. So they don't have to worry about any of those things. And we can do DevOps at scale, which will work for all our applications, not just one application.
Excellent. Now, you're famous for the 6 boxes.
Oh, yeah.
That people maybe will see on the screen here, but can you talk through what those components of the DevOps infrastructure are?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, so I think that's what we define our strategy as. To build a DevOps platform, there are 6 core capabilities. The box is what you're referring to, right? So the slide. Yeah, so our idea is to provide this as a service to our application owners. This is what the platform needs to provide out of the box. So as you know, DevOps starts with the code. So the first thing you need to have is a robust code and binary management system, which will allow all your developers and multiple teams to collaborate on the code. You really want this to be able to track all the code pieces, like the versions and the branches and stuff like those. And the tool should be capable to track every little code changes all the way to which bug or feature the change was made for and by which developer, right? Now that you have a good solution for the code, and now you have the code, the next is this code needs to move from dev to stage to prod, right? It needs to make its journey. So you need to have Devops Pipelines. So that's where you need tools like Azure DevOps and Jenkins, where you create those pipelines. And the thing about these pipelines is that they're looking for code changes. As soon as they detect a code change, they kick off the pipeline. At the end of the pipeline, either code makes it to the next level, or the developers is tell, hey, good, tough luck, buddy, try again. And then next it goes like, you need a lot of automation steps. Like if you look at pipeline, there are a lot of steps. Each step has a bunch of automation needs to be done behind the scene. And that's where automation tools come into play, right? So things like Ansible and Helm chart. We as a team do all those automation ready for our developers to consume. So not only we deliver the pipelines, but all the backend automation they need is also delivered to them as a package. The 4th box I really like about is quality tools, right? This is essentially making sure your code has the right quality as well as your platform is secure enough, right? So these tools help you find all the issues and find them fast, which is a key principle of DevOps, right? So tools like Selenium can be integrated into the pipeline and can be kicked off from the pipeline to run task plans to check the functionality of the code. Tools like Coverity come into play to do security scans. As soon as the code is checked in, the security of that code is checked and all the known issues are already highlighted. And these tools help you also enforce policies. Like depending on what they find, they can say, no, pipeline cannot go forward, fix it, otherwise this is where it's stopping. Or, okay, maybe I can go up to this point, but not to production yet. So those kind of policies also can be enforced. Then comes your infrastructure, right? All app needs some infrastructure to run on. So this is where you could have either private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, multi-hybrid cloud, name your cloud. So you can have all of those, right? So idea is, but the key part is this has to be all API driven, right? It has to be software defined. You don't want people to be on the CLIs and doing stuff. It has to be consumed through the automation tool and delivered in a software defined manner. And it also needs to have containers and modern technology stack so you can build modern cloud aware applications. And then last box is definitely my favorite is observability tools, right? These are your eyes into the system. They give you real-time insight into what's happening at the quality level for the code or the platform. So you have metrics and KPIs over there, which help you drive the next level of optimization as what do you want to do about what you're seeing, like what's the next thing you can do better in your application or your platform. So I'm a big fan of 6 boxes, and it's a long one, but I think that's my story about the 6 boxes. We like them, and these are 6 core capabilities a DevOps platform should have.
And so where does NetApp technology fit into the picture?
Yeah, I think to be honest, as a cloud architect, I was not too plugged into NetApp technology. We had NetApp storage. It was made under the layers, and I would not too much care. But now, NetApp is like enables us for cloud, right? It helps us with my cloud strategy and where I want the IT organization to go. So if you talk about the work we are doing with Trident and Ansible, gels perfectly into my orchestration and container strategy. We are building all private cloud on HCI. That's an awesome platform to build all your private cloud. One type of hardware, you can do compute, storage, networking, everything in right in there. And as my applications move between clouds, the same ONTAP technology we've been using for ages in our data center now is available on all 3 cloud providers. So I don't have to change my app architectures. I can do my seamless migrations between different clouds. And now NKS, right? That's a single point of management for all my Kubernetes clusters, be on-prem, be off-prem. So that helps me drive what we are trying to deliver internally is any Cloud One experience and fits perfectly in my cloud strategy. So I can go on, but as you can say, I'm a fan now. We have a portfolio now which will help you enable cloud. And I believe me, I'm not part of any product team or any sales team. I'm an IT practitioner, right? So that's my view. But I think we have a good portfolio. I'm really excited about that.
Out of all of these tools, which one do you spend the most time in?
Depends on the flavor. I kind of deal with all of them. Let's say if I have developers, I really don't want them to go outside of the CI/CD tools. My view is you should be able to get everything from that one tool. If you are my storage architect, storage admin, Ansible, everything you do, Ansible should be able to do. So depending on what bucket or what flavor you are in, you are all of that. But my favorite is the dashboard, the observability. That keeps me up on the, well, not up on the night, but that gives me the real-time insight into how everything else is behaving and acting up. So I like those ones.
So through this whole journey, what do you think is the biggest mistake that was made? What would you tell other people to avoid as they go down their own DevOps journey?
Yeah, I think DevOps is complicated. It has too many parts which has to come together. Of course, the common answer is culture and people have to be aligned and you have to have those sort of things. But that has to be there. So I'm not going to say the same thing, and a lot of people know about that. But the main thing about the mistake is when we started the journey, we saw a lot of application teams doing DevOps on their own, right? They came up with their own tools, their own processes, their own way of doing things. And now if you have to put governance on top of that, any standardization on top of that, any process like how do you do change management, release management across all these variety of DevOps flavors out there, it's hard. So we said, stop. We'll build our own platform. We will have a dedicated team which will just come and manage DevOps for you. You just consume the benefits of it, our app teams, and come on this platform. So I think that was a big, I don't know what to use the word mistakes, because all thing about DevOps is try things, fail fast, go to the next one. So we tried that, we didn't work. We said, no, maybe we need to regroup. And having that mentality is really key in DevOps. Like how do you repivot and adjust to what you find, right? So that's one. But ideas, I do feel good if you have a common DevOps processes and platform. It makes your life so easier than having all your apps team figure out on their own way.
And so what have you had to learn personally? Like how has your career changed, or what have you brought on that has made you a better leader?
Yeah, I think working with DevOps have expanded my scope a lot, right? My background was networking, and then we went and started building. We need to give infrastructure service. So we got storage team and compute team together. Okay, we'll give one more service. Then we realized what was happening to that service is platform teams would come and deploy their platform. I said, oh, maybe we can bring them into the umbrella too. Now we got those. Now we got the developer tools inside umbrella. So idea is it definitely expands your range. So not only you know one area, you now know the challenges, the opportunities, what matters for all of those different teams. It definitely helps the collaboration between all those teams to say, now, how can we come together and deliver something as a service to our common customer? So it grows you in that perspective. So your knowledge gets broader, your relationships and integration with a lot of other teams get better. So I think a lot of learnings in the process. I think those were the two I would think I would benefit from DevOps journey.
Great. Kamal, your enthusiasm is infectious.
Oh, thank you.
I can see how that certainly helps the team. Thank you so much for joining us on the pub today.
All right, no problem. And I think enthusiasm comes from the work we have done, and I think it's a good story we like to share. So thank you for having me here. Excellent. And it was nice talking to you.
Thank you. Nice talking with you.
All right, thanks.